drop a mirror and it shatters into a million pieces? Well, I know what most of you will think. I'm doomed. But that is because these are the two very famous superstitions we have. Now, what are superstitions? Many of you might ask. How did they originate? And today, you are going to find out. Respected coordinator, Toastmaster Mr. Jolly, mentors and fellow youth leaders, a very good afternoon, one and all.
Good afternoon.
Have you heard that if you spill salt on the floor, it is bad luck? And if you say bless you after someone sneezes, it is good luck? I'm sure most of you might have heard of it. But have you ever wondered who made them up? Some of the famous superstitions, like that of the black cat, came from ancient times. Black cats were believed to possess supernatural evil powers. People thought that if a black cat crossed your path, it meant that the devil was thinking about you and blocking your way to heaven. But many years ago it was proven that black cats weren't evil. But to this date, people still try to avoid black cats crossing their path. There's another famous superstition that if you break a mirror, you will have bad luck for 7 years. And if you don't bury the mirror, your luck will get worse. Now let's try to find the root of this particular superstition. Again, in olden days, people didn't know the laws of reflection effect. So when they saw the image on the mirror, they thought that was their soul. So by breaking the mirror, you're killing the soul. So they made up the story that if you break a mirror, you'll have bad luck for 7 years. Now the second half of it, that is the burying part. Isn't it quite obvious? You have broken mirror on the floor, somebody will stamp on it and get hurt. So they made up another story. If you don't bury the mirror, your luck will get worse. Now there are a few other superstitions, which we individually possess, which comes through mere coincidences. I'll give you an example. I have a cousin, his name is Nikhil, he's in Bangalore. Every year he attends Bangalore's eating contest. I'm very proud to say, year after year he loses it. So last year, after his marriage, he decides, okay, this year also I will do it. On the day of the contest, he dresses up and he realizes all his socks have been put to wash. He wants to go there like a gentleman with the socks and shoes on. What to do? Now he realizes the only option left is to go and wear 5 socks. When he goes there, he finds that the only available pair is pink, flowers on it. He wears that socks and goes for the contest. Guess what? On that particular day, he wins the contest. Comes back home, smile on his face, and that question in his mind. Is it the pink socks? Is it my lucky charm? Now, after a few months, another contest comes up. He decides, okay, I will go for that. On the day of the contest, he thinks, probably that socks is not my lucky charm. What if it is my lucky charm? There's no harm in wearing a pink socks. He wears it again, and he goes for the contest. Surprisingly, he wins the contest again. So with a few coincidences here and there, he makes up his belief that he does own a pair of pink socks as his lucky charm. After that, even for business meetings, there's a pink socks. So having said all this, is it necessary to get over superstitious belief? Do you think so? No. No.
Yes.
Yes. Why? Because superstitious belief, they conquer your mind, your psychology, your confidence. To that extent, that you start believing is that particular reason and not your hard work or your capability that is responsible for the outcome. So you need to get rid of such superstitions. How? How will you? First of all, you need to stop putting up stories so that you do not spread such superstition and infect the minds of others. Next, spread more awareness. Go around and tell people whenever you feel it's correct. And lastly, try not to get influenced by such superstitions told by your friends, family, and people around you. So next time, remember you see a black cat crossing your path, it just means the animal is going somewhere. Over to you, sir.